I know many people think that, hey, I'm an experimental eater, I'll try anything. Well, today we're going to address 9 things in this world that might give you something hard to swallow. Check it out. Hello everybody and welcome to Keepa's Kitchen. I'm your man Keepa, and today we're going to be going over volume 1 of Dr. Strangefood's. Some of the craziest, weirdest, wildest foods you're going to find from everywhere in the world. Number 1, haggis. This dish originates from Scotland. Like, okay, we're used to it. We've got Conor McGregor running around, right? I think he's from Scotland. I don't know. But what this dish is, they take sheep, they take the stomach out of the sheep, they fill it with other insides of the sheep, liver, heart, lungs. Then they boil it in water or bake it. That's what you get. When you see this crazy picture of the split open ball, that's visceral meat stuffed back into the stomach, mixed with oatmeal and suet. I mean, all kinds of goodies. I'm sure you guys are hungry. Number 2, tuna eyeballs. This one comes from, of course, Japan. Look at these things. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to have a hard time eating something that's staring back at me. What they do is they cut these off and they leave a little bit of meat, a little bit of fat, a little bit of connective tissue, because you can't eat an eyeball with all the other shit around it, right? Am I right? So they just boil this thing and in essence make what many cultures make as a fish head soup. Spice it appropriately, salt it, and bam, pop it back, you're good to go. Number 3 on the list is one of the craziest you're going to find, HAKARL. This one originates from Iceland. What they do is they take a fermented or in essence rotting carcass of the Greenland shark. They then bury it, press it with stones to leach out this chemical that's made in the shark that helps it stay alive in colder waters. And in essence, this liquid is poisonous. Why do people feel the need to eat something that will kill you if you make a mistake in the pressing it with fucking stones process? I don't get it. But then, we're not done. They cure it with a little bit of salt, they hang it to dry, and they serve it in slices. Apparently, it smells of ammonia and fishy, rotten smells. Anthony Bourdain actually said it was one of the worst things he had ever put in his mouth. Number 4, 100 or 1,000-year-old eggs. This one comes from exactly where you'd expect, China. So, when you see these eggs, they're not actually 100 or 1,000 years old. They're a couple weeks or a couple days old, depending on the process, depending on the region. What they do is they take a mixture of ash, clay, and quicklime, and they cure the eggs. What you see here is the yolk actually gets this green, slimy, all the way to black color, because I love my food black. I don't even know of anything that we eat that's black except for like burnt shit. What? And then if that's not worse, right, if that's not bad enough, you're going to see the rest of the egg has this almost bronze, like the amber from whatever, Jurassic Park. What? Wow. With the mosquito in it, and then you can just reproduce other dinosaurs. I mean, maybe the Chinese have something going here. Okay. This might look kind of innocent. We're going to take our way back to Japan because for some reason, these people are insane and fucking awesome. This bowl is not that crazy immediately. It's pieces of eel or of squid, right? Raw, just meat of squid or eel. That's not that wild. Many of us have tried sushi. That's really cool. But wait, you know what we're going to do to this squid? We're going to ferment it, okay? Kind of crazy still, weird, maybe not as great, but not okay. We're going to fermented squid or eel, great, that's fine, that's really good, right? Cured, now it's awesome. Here's the best part. Let's take the viscerals of the squid, okay? Salt them up, literally, salt them up, cure them, run them over a sieve. We'll get a brown paste, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to serve that fermented raw squid inside the brown poopy paste. Yum. Okay, I think this is like kind of the most approachable one, the WICHETTY grub. Maybe some of you were like, I don't want to eat a fucking grub. I get it. That's fine. But this one belongs in Australian history. So it's part of the the bush meat, old indigenous Australian people's diet, which is fantastic. This thing is said to be really awesome. Apparently, if you eat it raw, moving, squirming, it tastes like almonds and is creamy like almond milk. That's pretty cool. Better, if you lightly cook it, the skin becomes crispy and tastes much like chicken, and the inside gets yellow, fluffy, and tastes very similar to the texture of scrambled eggs. I mean, who knew a grub could be so good? We're going to stay with the insects for a second. We're going to go to Korea, though. Bondegi. That's this dish. This is in essence just the silkworm. And honestly, they don't really do that much to it. The silkworm is not alive, like some of the indigenous people over in Australia want to eat their witchetty worm. They actually let their silkworms die. Thankfully. What they do is they take these little bad boys, they lightly boil them or fry them, season them with any flavor that they think of, and apparently, the people that have eaten them say they taste like seasoned wood. Huh, fantastic. Number 8, Marmite or Vegemite. So many people have actually had this. That's okay because it's really, really weird still. Once again, we're going to go back to Australia. It's actually made in New Zealand and the UK as well, but I think most of the lore comes from that little south down under. It looks kind of weird, right? Cheesy, bready kind of thing, and you wouldn't be so far off. This is a byproduct of yeast after it's used to ferment beer. So they ferment beer at the bottom of the barrels or the vats. They'll take this out and lay it as like a paste, which they serve with like crackers and cheese. And maybe that's not that weird, beers, cheese, I don't know, but I feel like most people just throw this away. The Australians are like, hey mate, we ain't gonna throw that away, huh? We just drank a Foster's. All right, we're gonna keep it. Cheese it up, yeah? That's a really horrible Australian accent. Number 9, we're gonna end back in probably the craziest place on earth. I don't know, they're samurais and ninjas, and they eat fucking puffer fish, okay? So these guys are crazy, but I like them, which is the better part, and maybe I'm crazier. Either way, we're talking about fugu. Fugu, also known, like I said, as the puffer fish, all right? These guys are so crazy about the puffer fish that in 1984, they actually had to ban eating the liver. The liver is the part of the puffer fish that makes the most tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin is exactly what makes us have many seizures or go partially paralyzed in parts of our body and even can cause death. I mean, there were so many people trying to eat the fucking liver of the pufferfish that they were like, no, man, you know what we got to do? We got to run this bill through Congress or whatever they do in Japan. The guy with the biggest samurai sword was probably just like, killed the next guy in line that tried to eat the liver and said, we're going to fucking make that illegal. Actually, you have to study for 3 years before you can even take care of this fish to serve it. And you have to be an authorized restaurant, as a matter of fact. This stuff is insane, and yet they still have people trying to eat the liver. No. Thank you guys so much for coming out. That is it for Volume 1 of Dr. Strangefood here on Keepa's Kitchen. From your boy Keepa, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for stopping out. Don't forget to like and comment. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I want to know what you guys want to see in the future, and I want to know how you guys are enjoying the content so far. Don't forget to Hulk smash the subscribe button. Stay up to date with the new content I'm rolling out every single week. Until next week, bang, pow, you guys stay super.